Welcome everyone, back with the latest time trial video, where I go through my best lap and show you if I'm able to get gold driving in automatic, and hopefully show other drivers who attempt this in automatic that if I was able to be fast enough, then it can be done. Sometimes I'm not fast enough, or the elite drivers make the gold target out of reach, and I'll have to switch to manual. I'll showcase those laps in these videos as well. I do all my driving on controller, and in time trials, I drive with assists on, which are countersteering, ASM, ABS, and traction if needed. I'm also using the braking area, apex markers, and chasing one of the leader's ghost. The second part of this video will be the chase cam view, so you can see the full position of the car through turns as I'm driving. With all that being said, let's jump right into the lap and show you how I did. This is the second of the 2 time trials we got last week. This one is Group 3 machinery at Tokyo Expressway. I have my traction set to 1, ABS weak, and I'm driving the Supra. Turn 1 I use the 50 board, and start braking just before it. Around this point, let off as I pass the last red bar, and quickly back on the throttle, tapping it a couple times going around the turn before going full. This course only has 6 major turns, and a few stretches of going flat out like I am right now, that I'll fast forward through when needed, and as I'm sure you already know, the obvious, avoid the walls. For this turn, I use this space in the wall for the light, and start braking around here. I let off just before the second last bar, and trail brake tight into the turn unlike the Ghost, taking a much tighter line through the first part, and keeping on the throttle about 50 to 90% going through the rest of the turn until I can go full, and trying not to hit the wall on the exit. For this turn, I brake late at the end of the third last bar, then quickly let off at the last bar, then back on the throttle around the apex marker. We'll fast forward this whole section. It's pretty simple through here. For this hairpin, I start braking at the end of the second bar, let off at the start of the third last bar while trail braking into the turn, letting it coast quickly, then gradually getting back on the throttle until I'm rotated enough to go full. Here I'm just lifting when I'm almost right under the 50 board, then I end up tapping the brake at the end of the braking area. I let it coast quickly, then I'm on and off the throttle a few times until I go full into the next bend. Another tap around it, and quickly on the throttle. Last turn, I brake at the third or middle bar of the area, let off at the end of the last bar, let it coast until I get to the exit of the turn and go full out. If you don't like the Supra, check out the top 100 leaderboard. There are a few other Group 3 cars that have been used to complete this trial. A different car may suit your driving style better. I managed to barely make it into the 156s, with a 156.988, just under a second faster than the target time. This one should be good since this time trial brought out some of the top names in the game. I'm assuming the top time won't change much or at all at this point, but I could be wrong, so we'll see what happens. Now I leave you with the chase cam view. Hope this video can help all my fellow automatic drivers get themselves that gold. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and see you in the next video.